Hello. Let's we start the subjects introduction. So subject name is antenna and wave propagation. Code is 3331101. Here we discuss the unit number one, basic of electromagnetic theory, and first topic is basic electromagnetic theory. In this chapter, exactly what we study, this is basic or main objectives, introduction, basics of electromagnetic waves, types of dipole, and finally Poynting vector theorem. So those are the objective we already study in these chapters. Now this is the points. Now here we start what is exactly electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic means here we divide this whole words in two words, electro plus magnet. So electric field and magnetic field. When both are combined, that means electromagnetic waves. Also it is called transverse electromagnetic waves. See the figure here. First indicate the wavelength lambda and two fields, and both are transverse. And another thing is both fields are perpendicular to each other. So what are the characteristics exactly? So first is what? Electric current and magnetic field is there. E and H are perpendicular to each other. Electric current will produce a magnetic field which can be visualized as a series of circular field. Right hand rule can be used to determine the magnetic field direction. Biot-Savart law can be used to determine the magnetic field strength. Ampere says what? Determine the magnetic field associated with given current or vice versa. James Maxwell law predict that time varying electric field produce a magnetic field. Just as a Faraday law tell the time varying magnetic field produce a electric field. Maxwell equation predict the existence of the electromagnetic waves that propagate through the space at a speed of light. So those are the scientists, and those scientists give some statement about the electromagnetic waves. Now this is points. Point number 1.1, physical concept of generation of electromagnetic waves. So first point is what? Electric field and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other. Fleming right hand rules, Biot-Savart laws, Ampere's law, James Maxwell and dipole basics. So here we are. Right now we discuss about the those scientists' statement and see the exactly electromagnetic waves. Now second thing is the dipole. So what is exactly dipole? Why say it is called dipole? Dipole means two pole, plus and minus. Now when we applied the field, see the exactly in figure, lambda by 2 dipole is there. So how we make the dipole? First of all, we take one conductor, and this conductor divided into, cut the whole conductor into two parts. So when we applied the electric field or electric current, so what happened? This field decide the pole. One is the negative pole, another is the positive poles. When acceleration or oscillation happen, so what happened? See the later figure. This type of waves is in circular pattern transmitted from the transmitting antenna. Whenever the current in wire changes with time, so wire emit the electromagnetic waves. So wire is what? Wire is what? Dipole. So how we make the dipole? Using the wire. Fundamental mechanism responsible for this radiation is acceleration of charged particles. Shows the figure. Two conducting rods are connected to source of alternating voltage. What is the road length or wire length? Lambda by 2. And next condition is what? E and H field, and means electric and magnetic field are 90-degree out of phase in time. In the resonance, we say the resonance circuits, equivalent circuits of the antenna. When we consider the equivalent circuit of the antenna, so R, L, and C we consider in the antennas. And next dipole is a Hertz dipole, center field dipole, half wave dipole, and finally Poynting vector theorem. Now scientist Hertz is design the antenna that is called dipole. So why design the antenna? For reference antenna. This is the reference antenna. So what is a reference antenna? Means when we design any antenna, we require the reference antenna. So Hertz dipole, also called the elementary doublet antenna. The doublet is a theoretical antenna shorter than wavelength. It is used as a standard to which all other antenna characteristics can be compared. Now see the next is a center field dipole. Center field dipole is also Hertz dipole. Center field means what? We given the energy in the center between two rods. So that is called center dipole. So when you write the theory of the half-wave dipole or dipole, you can write the center field dipole or half-wave dipole, same theory. Now we go for the application of elementary doublet, invisible military ground vehicles, electrical device of police or service force, obstacle clearance on the road vehicles, radio tracking of small animals, mobile communication, and RFID. Clear? Now we go for the half-wave dipole. So what is a half-wave dipole? Half-wave dipole means length is lambda by 2. Dipole is means what? Two poles. Here we write what? Half wave means here we consider the length, wire length is lambda by 2. So we're taking the one whole conductor and divide into two pieces, and in between this piece we applied the RF current. So one can think of the half-wave dipole as an open circuited transmission line that has been spread out the transmission line so that the transmission line can radiate the signal into space. A dipole can be any length, but H must commonly just under lambda by 2. A dipole with this length known as a resonant of half-wave dipole has input impedance is 30 to 80 ohm and wire impedance is 50 ohm. Wire impedance means when we joining the RF current, so we require the wire. An antenna is there, so antenna impedance is another thing and wire impedance is another thing, so we require the matching of both these. And last one is the Poynting vector theorem, and this is the scientist Poynting, and he's given the one statement that is called vector theorem. An equation is S is equal to 1 upon mu 0 E cross B. So Poynting says what? Electromagnetic waves can come out the energy and they propagate through the space. They can transfer energy to object placed in their path. The rate of flow of energy in electromagnetic waves described by the vector as called the Poynting vector theorem. The magnitude of the Poynting vector represent rate at which energy flow through the unit surface area perpendicular to direction of wave propagation. So magnitude of Poynting vector represent the power per unit area. Unit of Poynting vector is joule per second into meter square, and value is a 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 Henry into meter. And another thing is the permeability is to measure the ability of material to support the formation of magnetic field itself. So this is the final theory Poynting vector theorem. So here see what we discuss. So first of all, introduction, what is the antenna, basic of electromagnetic waves, types of dipole, and final one is the Poynting vector theorem. Here we see the exactly how wave is propagated, why it is called electromagnetic waves, what is the electric field, what is the magnetic field. Now next we go for the scientists that given some statement. Now we go for the dipole, what is the dipole and how field is radiated from the dipole and how we given the current to the dipole. These are the type of dipole: Hertz dipole, center field dipole, half wave dipole, and final one is the Poynting vector theorem. So this one is a chapter number 1. Thank you.